Welcome back, everyone. It is springtime here in Atlanta. The real estate market is heating up. Simple Showing is an easy and modern way to buy and sell homes online. Plus, it's going to save thousands of dollars. Here to tell us more is CEO and co-founder of Simple Showing, Fred McGill. Welcome.
Thank you.
Well, I was studying my notes last night. My husband was sitting next to me, and he loves real estate. He's always interested in the market. And he's like, you've got to find out more info about this. So this is, I like that you said it's a modern way.
Yep.
But how does it work? We have our viewers out there who may be looking to buy or sell, so they want to know, what do they have to do?
Well, I'll tell you how it works and also why we come up with the idea, right? Because a lot of the consumers today are doing a ton of the legwork in the search process. And this is very different than it was 20 years ago. And what I mean by that is 2/3 of the work, so the exploration of the homes, the actually searching online, all that is being done by the consumer, no longer by the realtor. In fact, about 80% of people find the home they ultimately buy on their own. In other words,
hold on, say that number again. 80%.
80%.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're finding the house by themselves, not the agent. But then there's a problem, right?
Right.
There's a problem, which is that they cannot get inside the home, and they usually can't write the offer on their own.
Right.
So that's why we came up with the idea of Simple Showing, and basically we help at the very back end, which is to access the property and to write the offer. And so we're more or less rewarding you for doing all this legwork with everyone's doing now, right? Everyone has great property data. You have the same amount of data that the realtor does, right? And in the past, you didn't have that. You had to rely on the agent to educate you, and really that's not the case any longer. So we're trying to solve for that, yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. So for people watching who are looking to buy, what would you say really the direct benefit to using it that you're going to save in the costs?
Yeah, so then the save comes in because most people don't realize there's a big disconnect that people believe this myth that the buyer's agent is a free service, right?
Yeah.
Everyone thinks that their agent they're using, that they're taking to Starbucks, they're taking you to lunch, and then they help you buy the house, and then they get a $15,000 or $20,000 check sometimes. That is not free. That is actually baked in the cost of your home.
Right.
You are paying for that agent. You may not write a check to them, but it's coming out of the cost of your home. And so what we do is we say, hey, you know what, we're going to let you find the home. You find the home by yourself, which you're already doing, and then we refund 1.5%. So that's half of the typical commission.
Wow.
And so I got to show you this really quick. I'm going to be super fast. But this is the actual check that we give.
To me, thank you guys.
This is for you.
Wow.
So imagine you were buying a $500,000 home, right?
Right.
And that commission is going to be 15 grand that your agent's going to make, okay? And so instead of getting that 15 grand, we give you half of that back, which would be $7,500.
I could think of a lot of things I can do in my home for that amount of money.
Yeah, and people get excited because like, hey, I feel like I deserve this because I did all this work.
Right.
My agent doesn't deserve 15, 20 grand.
Right, exactly. And unfortunately, as you said, unfortunately for the agents, this really is, I feel like, the wave of the future. We want to take an active interest in finding that home of our dreams. Why wouldn't we? We know better than they do of what our family wants and needs. Okay, so local startup as well. That's so exciting. Tell me more about that.
Yes, we started in Atlanta in January last year, so we've been around for about a year and a half. We just expanded to Central Florida, so now we're in Tampa and Orlando.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah, and we're looking to expand throughout the Southeast, so we've got a couple other cities we're targeting for later this year.
Okay, excellent. And let's talk about really where you see this going in the future.
Yeah, well, so the change that's happening is a demographic change. Millennials and Gen X are now becoming the biggest home buying population. It's no longer baby boomers. And so they're very much contrarian. So in other words, they doubt the way it's always been,
of course.
which helps us, right?
Right.
So they're like, well, why do I pay this amount of money? Why can't I have access to all the information? Why can't I drive the process? And so empowering them is going to be the way of the future, as well as just making that experience more transactional. And what I mean by that is a lot of people don't need to be best friends with their agent any longer, right? They just need someone to unlock that door, help them with the contract, which we do, and that's it, and get the money back.
Right, and then you get the money back. And tell us about this amazing, incredible offer for all of you Atlanta and Company viewers who now we've gotten piqued your interest, we've gotten you wanting to watch and learn more. Tell us about this. Yeah,
so typically we'll refund 1.5%, but we're going to give an extra half a point. So that's a total of 2%. So let's take, for example, a typical home in Atlanta of $400,000. So that would be $8,000 that we're going to refund to you if you buy your home through us. So all you need to do is download the app, go to the iTunes store on Apple, or just go to our website and book a home showing through us, buy the house through us, and we'll kick back 2 points at closing.
That is excellent. again, you found a way to put more money in our pocket and just make that whole process, which can be so overwhelming. We did it a year ago. I wish I would have known you were around. It can really, really be so complicated, and you've really made it easy and effective. So thank you so much. We appreciate your time.
Yeah.
If you would like to visit SimpleShowing, just go to SimpleShowing.com to learn more about that company and take advantage of that special offer. Incredible.